crumbling. And the prophet Daniel, he saw that in his vision. He saw that when he saw the legs of iron and the feet part of iron and part of clay. That vision.
Hello, my brothers.
Hello. That vision that Daniel. We're teaching the word of the Lord right now.
Okay.
We're teaching the Bible. Okay. We're teaching that the Negro, the Latino, or Native American is the true Israelites according to the Bible. That Jesus is a black man according to the Bible, and that he's coming back. That's the main things that we teach.
Where are you from? Nigeria?
I'm from Ghana.
Igbo?
Ghana.
No, Ghana.
From what tribe from Ghana?
I am from the Ashanti.
Yeah, so some of them are Israelites.
I'm also
Then
you're
you
a so-called Negro, you know?
one of the chosen.
You can be one of them too, you know? Because Israel was scattered all over. Because you see, these people, this how they be called today, but they are Israelites. And they came out of that country in the Middle East. So you can see that these people are scattered all over. And we are here to wake them up. Because the time is coming when the Lord is going to take his elect and the 1/3, the remnant of these people, and bring them back into their own land. Yes.
Look, the Africans, the so-called Africans, are not Negroes. Did you know that? Because the Africans and the Negroes are two separate nations. They're not the same. This one? This is what happened in history. This is what they don't teach us, but they write books over it. That's the fun part. Because they don't teach us in schools, but they write books about it, but they know niggas don't read. They always say, if you want to hide something from a nigger, put it in the book, right? They love saying that. They love making fun of us, right? But when we get our power back, we're going to put our foot sideways up in the ass. And I don't mean sexual. Very, very violent.
It's under the Bible dictionary, he's trying to explain you that there is a big difference
between the African and the Negro. Read it for me.
This is
Look, the new version of this book came out, and this one I'm going to read right now. They took it out. So they know that we're reading, and they know that we know. Go on.
This is Ham, perhaps Hart, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Ham, one of the 3 sons of Noah.
Yep. And one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So he is the forefather of the dark nations.
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes.
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
So he's not the father of the so-called Negro. Ham. Ham is not Pharaoh. The pharaohs were Africans. The pharaohs had our people in slavery. You wonder if the Africans and the slave descendants are the same. Why don't they like the Ashanti tribe and the Igbo tribe? They don't like you, right? You know Africans don't like you. In Africa, the Ashanti tribe are being mistreated and the Igbo tribe are being mistreated. You know why? You know why? Because they're runaway slaves. They don't like you.
Igbo. It tells you that you haven't seen the movie Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis. You had them. He was an African. He was from an African tribe called the Igbo. But you had the other tribe. They was persecuting them because they want their seed to be put out because they know that they are different. They know that they are different than the Africans. Those are Israelites that were scattered in West Africa.
So please, there's this thing that I don't understand about. Is there life after death?
Yes, there is life after death.
What's that?
Spiritual. That's life after death.
Is it real? Or
Yeah.
It's a spiritual realm.
We come back in the reincarnation. We keep on coming back. Your soul never dies, only your body. But next time when we come back, we're gonna have superpowers. Yes, only this nation. Because we're gonna have to take out all the other nations because they want to kill us. In the World War III, they want to fight us with guns, and we don't have guns. All we got is the Lord, and He's gonna back us up. And we're gonna kill him with our fists.
Is the answer for your question is that life after death? There is.
And swords and axes.
This is Job chapter 3 verse 11. Why died let him go, yeah? Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly?
The prophet Job, he wanted to die. Go on.
Why did the knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept then, had I been at rest.
He wanted to be at rest.
With kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as a hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest.
In the spiritual realm, nobody does evil. Nobody does. Because even the wicked, they do nothing. They just chill. They just be how they be in paradise. But when they come back on the earth, that's when they start doing wickedness again. It also says it in the Apocrypha.
There the weary be at rest, meaning in the spiritual realm. So when you die here, instantaneously you will be in the spiritual realm. Okay, that's how the spirits go. You have some religions that teach about hell, but hell doesn't exist. The word hell is from the Greek Hades, which means death. This kingdom that you see here, this is hell. This is where you die. Because when Adam and Eve, they were in the kingdom, the Most High took their power from them, then they could die. Meaning the Lord sent them into hell. He sent them to, so now they can die. In
hell
this
means
kingdom,
grave.
it means grave. In this kingdom you die. But everybody here that dies, there's no such thing as hell. They all go back to the spiritual realm. Then the Most High sent your spirit back to the earth in a new body. Because the scripture speaks about reincarnation too. You know? This in second Ezra. Second Ezra. This is verse 18. That the prisoners rest together, they that hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, meaning the small and great. If you look at great men like the Lord and like the prophet Samuel, and all those great men are there, even unto the small.
But I'll give you that answer. I got it right here. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 21. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of beast that goeth downward to the earth? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. The dust. The man was formed from the dust of the ground, right? That was what color is the dust? Look at that dark. The brown. It's dark brown. It's your skin. Okay? So I'm gonna read it again. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Because when you die, your body is made out of flesh and water, right? So when you die, everything goes back to the ground where it came from, the dust, to the dust, and your spirit goes upward. But the beast, they dwell here because he's in his right mind.
They have an instinct.
Yeah, they don't have common sense like us. A beast doesn't know that if that's a knife, he doesn't know. It doesn't matter how old he is, he doesn't know not to step on it. But a man, maybe 18 years old, 12 years old, he already knows, look, if I step on that, I'm going to get a bleed.
There's another scripture about the spirit world. This is Saul and the woman at Endor. Now Samuel was dead. You know who Samuel was? He was brought as a young man into the house of the priest to become the priest of Israel. He was a righteous man. Samuel. Now Samuel was dead. Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him, and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city, and Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits.
So Samuel was dead, and somebody with familiar spirit is a witch. And witches need to be put to death. But when the kingdom comes, they are going to be put to death.
Yep. And the wizards out of the land. And the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem And Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid,
And he saw all the armies and stuff like that.
and his heart greatly trembled.
And he was scared.
So, for me standing here, I don't know anything about it.
We go get to the portion.
My sheep hear my voice. That's what the scripture says.
Verse 6. And when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets. Then said Saul unto his servants, seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servants said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor.
It's a witch, and this witch can summon up dead people, spirits of dead people. So when you die, you don't disappear. You just go back to the Father, as the scripture has said. You just in Ecclesiastes, you just go back to the Father, as the scripture has said. Go on.
Verse 8. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment.
That was King Saul.
So he put the other clothes that when he came into the house,
Unrecognizable.
he was unrecognizable as an
king.
Israelite. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee. It's the same thing when you go to the wizard, and like you want to know something to your parents, what happened because they died. You want to know what they think, and then people go to the wizard. That's the same thing what Samuel.
You know them gypsies with a glass ball, and then they say, the spirit of the
How
dead.
can I be saved?
You can be saved just by knowing that the Lord is a black man and his son is a black man.
Wait, can I say something? You can be saved. First of all, you need to be an Israelite. Because the scripture says salvation is for the Israelites only. That's in the scripture. We can get to you that too. But what we show you is that you have Israelites living in parts of West Africa too. You see?
Which are this?
You have the Igbo tribes, they are our brothers. And you have some of the Ashanti too, they are Israelites too. Because Israel was scattered all over the planet of the earth. That's why we preach it. And you need to be one of the elect. The Lord needs to choose you.
So the first condition have to be so you have to be an Israelite.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
But I'm from Africa.
Yeah,
But as we told you, some of the Africans are actually runaway slaves. So they are actually the one that had the punishment of the Most High, because all the other nations were feasting on us. It was feasting on us. It's like vampires feeding off of you, keeping you alive so that they can feed off of you. That's why they had us in slavery. That's why they didn't wipe us out. They wanted to wipe us out, but they needed us so we could work. We built up this society. Okay? And you was asking about where you go after you...
The woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land.
That one is okay with me.
I'm not done with this yet. Wherefore, then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die. And Saul sware to her by the Lord, saying, as the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. Then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel. And when the woman saw Samuel...
Because Samuel was dead. Now he went, the king Saul, he went to a witch, and he said to the witch, bring up the dead back again, so I can talk to him. Not in the flesh, but in the spirit. Go on.
And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me, for thou art Saul?
Now she knows, right? That was
So meaning this woman could have a contact with spirits, with the spirit, because in your body there's a spirit. When you die, it goes to the spiritual realm.
But here's a more direct answer to your question. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. So after death you will obtain mercy. For after death, verse 35, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifested, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. So that's why you see people are born with 4 eyes, or 4 hands, or they can't walk, they are born crippled. That's the judgment. Because you did something in your past life that made the Lord so angry that he made you come in this life with a wheelchair. Or maybe half of your face is missing, or your arms are missing. That's your punishment. So that proves reincarnation. Can anybody in Matthew's people?
Or maybe you have a mental problem.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the Most High giving you a punishment.
He gives you a punishment so that when you come back in the reincarnation, that you get punished. So there is reincarnation in the Bible, and the Lord, the one you call Jesus, is going to say it. And he is a black man, which is described in the Bible, a man with hair like wool and skin like brass. Do you know what brass is? That's bronze. It's Old English for bronze. That's brown. That's very dark brown. Okay? It's like rust. Okay?
It is Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Jesus Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration.
Regeneration. Re means like replay, means back. And gene means sperm. And generation, ration is your lineage. Generation. Next generation. Okay. The word regeneration means reincarnation. Read it again so you can understand.
And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you. Then answered Peter and said unto him.
Peter answered one of the disciples, the apostles, 12 apostles, Peter. He asked the Lord, we have forsaken everything. What will we get for it in return? And you know Peter is dead right now, right? He's long gone, right? But he's back in the reincarnation because he is going to tell you that he's back. Read it, sorry.
Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
What shall we have therefore?
Verse 28.
The Lord said,
And Jesus Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me,
in those days,
in the regeneration,
in the future, when you come again in the flesh,
when the Son of Man shall sit in his throne of his glory.
When the Lord comes back, you're going to be back here also at the same time in the reincarnation.
The Lord didn't came back yet, 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
So it can be the deal that those men can get the age of 2,000 years. So they had to come back in the reincarnation.
In a new body, but the same soul.
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that have forsaken
all the 12 apostles will be back, and they will judge the 12 tribes of Israel because they will be judges over us. So the one you call Peter, Judah, no, not Judah, Peter, all the apostles, just all the 12 apostles.
Like Peter,
John,
Paul, I can get it.
Paul,
Matthew,
Luke, yeah.
And
John,
James.
That's right.
I want to know just something about the dollar bill and what the signs are.
The signs are satanic signs. This means these are satanic signs. Look, this here means good. With the split deceptors.
it says Ordo, Novus Ordo Seclorum. It means a new world order.
It means chaos or the order.
No, it means a new world order. Novus Ordo Seclorum.
The new one.
New world order.
Oh,
This is look. That's why we say because the Africans had the so-called negroes in slavery also.
Look at here. Novus.
Order.
Novus, which means new. Ordo, which means order. Seclorum. World. New world order. That's what it means. Because that's
Just
what
like that's all the thing in Revelation.
Oh, the Revelation is about
Yeah, something about this is our Revelation.
No, this is in the book of Revelations.
This though,
Give me the
the new world.
No, this is a chip that is described in the world of Revelations. The chip is 666.
Yeah.
This is the barcode of the chip you want to put in your right hand or in your